Hey there, Ghost. This is Will with another Ghost Recon Breakpoint video, and today we are talking about loadout and strategy. Now, this is a little more in depth than some of my previous videos. We're going to do a full walkthrough of this medium-sized base here. Well, medium smallish, but and we're going to kind of showcase the loadout I have and demonstrate its versatility. First, let's talk about what I've got. For general use, I always carry the following weapons. Carry TAC 50 for long range, and I carry the G28. I used to carry the G28 Wolf, but honestly, once you get to a high enough level where you start getting gold weapons, it's less important or to have the increase in damage, because you can get things like bonus range, bonus damage drones. Like this one has 30 range and plus 12% damage to drones. That's fantastic. That is the peak of like the kinds of bonuses you get with gold. So yeah. Now as far as equipment goes, I almost have the sucker maxed out. I always do standard magazine. I do a suppressor on my DMR, the MAWLDA, which is like a rangefinder, only better. Dual range sight and bipod. Of course, the bipod doesn't do anything yet, but I'm hoping in the next patch they will fix that. But yeah, so now for the TAC 50, you can pretty much guess what I've got. Extended mag, T5XI bipod, and I also usually have a suppressor with me because there's just a lot of bad guys within hearing range. Typically, it's not like it used to be in Wildlands. They can hear you from 200 some odd meters away. And since we're primarily doing anti-personnel, the suppressor makes very little difference. And then pistol-wise, I just carry the 5 and 7 because I like it. That's kind of gravy at this point. You're rarely going to be using it. But yeah. And then of course, I always have Ballistic Advantage. Always have that one. And then general purpose, I carry Slim Shadow and Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder gives me damage boost. Slim Shadow, stealth boost. If I'm doing drone work, I will swap out Slim Shadow for sensor hack. Like if I'm, going to be hitting a drone heavy area or doing a behemoth. Now, if I were doing a behemoth, I'd swap out the TAC 50 for the HTI, and probably swap out the DMR for like the Mark 17 or something like that. But other than that, sometimes I will leave the DMR and just make sure to carry something like a Mark 17 with me to swap out should I need it. But when you get higher in levels, I can pretty much handle a behemoth with just my TAC 50 and don't have to worry about ammo. But yeah, so let's go over to my spot here. I actually recorded this video a little earlier, but was having some performance problems. That made it a little less enjoyable for you guys, I'm sure, so we are re-recording now. So first things first, we're going to start out by marking this base. I'm going to switch to sensor launcher here. What is that over there? It's a flower. Alright. And we're going to start marking this base. So there's that. And then over here. Now I know we didn't get everybody marked. The range of my sensor launcher is not that high. It's close, but not quite there yet. No, there's no sniper there. That's weird. There is one there, though. And then, I can't, I don't know if we got this. Yeah, we're good. Okay, we just missed one guy. So, now let's talk overall strategy and why I pick what I do for my equipment. Um, First off, there's the power generator right there. It's important to pick your perch, your starting perch, to have a good vantage on the power generator. If you don't, then it's a crapshoot. Second thing you want to make sure to do is have room to run around to avoid mortar fire, and I do here. Third thing, you want to be able to get to patchy grassland so you can do prone camo in the case of the Azrael drone or whatever it's called, or helicopters. Because generally speaking, when you're clearing a base, you don't want to have to stop to take those out and risk exposing yourself. And the explosion from, for instance, a helicopter crashing, especially if it's right over the base, is less than ideal. So let's swap over to my TAC 50 here and start planning shots. Now I'm going to switch to my sync shot drone because this is the other important part to this build. When you're playing a solo sniper, is your sync shot drones. You don't want to overuse them. That's one thing you got to watch out for. I always first make sure to take out the radio operator, drone operator. I don't take them out at the same time unless they're together and in a secluded spot where other people aren't patrolling. Now I know these patrols. I know where he's going to go. He's going to end up coming up here. And I'll shoot him when he gets up here. So basically right now, it's just a waiting game. We wait for him to get up there and we take him out. Now, once we take him out, I'll start taking out the lone wanderers like this guy here. I could probably take out without having an issue. The snipers I can take out. And there's a guy who comes over here I can take out. And there are no snipers where there's there's supposed to be a sniper here and a sniper up here. But they're not there this time. That's interesting. But yeah, so it's important to watch the lone stragglers. Now, I'm going to wait for him to get to his spot, and then I'm going to trigger it. Usually, if I can, I will trigger it with a shot on someone else. But if I don't have a clear shot on someone else where he's going to be avoiding patrols, then I will just go ahead and just trigger it manually rather than sync it to my shot. But actually, I'm going to take him out once he gets over in the spot. Now, where he ends up being actually does end up having patrols. Actually, I don't know that he goes up there anymore. I don't think he does. Well, you know what? We're going to do this. Maybe. Where in the hell is he going? Oh, that's interesting, because normally the radio guy would go up here. So that's cool. It changes up every time. Alright, well, we're going to watch for a bit. Oh, there's the other sniper. Alright. I'm getting some good experiences here. Now, this base you can clear out without ever getting within, 200 meters of anybody. You can actually do that with this base. I'm not going to do that this time because, like I said, we're demonstrating strategy with my preferred loadout. Having a DMR is really nice in this case, so I'm going to keep using it as much as I can. I'm going to watch him. I want him to get over here, and then I will just have to watch this area to take out anybody walking around it. But this is good news. They actually, patrols get changed up. Well, they don't get changed up. It's who's making them gets changed up. So I guess a random grunt gets assigned to be the radio operator. The reason I take out the radio operator is to avoid getting extra bad guys in the base, because really I don't want that. I may take him out. Yeah, I'm going to take him out. Well, maybe. Yeah. It's going to be a challenging shot with him moving horizontal here. There we go. And see, now we already have a body found. That's this guy. So now we just go to take out the generator, and we go to pick off who we can. I kind of rush my shots a little bit sometimes when I'm in this state, just because with sentinels, they will usually hop to a hiding place pretty quick. Now, in this case, they're not. This base, for whatever reason, they don't hide very well, but usually they'll run inside. Yeah, I have a bad habit of leading too much in my shots. Yeah, you see, a lot of them are hiding on the inside areas, which makes taking them out a little harder. That's another thing right there. If you ever see those, it's just like in Wildlands. There's a guy in there who will help you, at least one, usually. Sometimes they're empty, but not always. Oh, there's a sniper right there. Interesting. Let's see, I can't take him, can't take him. Take him. Alright now. Alright, we have a few left here who are still alive. Those two guys I think we're going to save. I'm going to take him out now. Nice. I'm going to check and make sure we're all good there. Yep. Alright. Now, that's the goal here. Is you want to take out a good chunk of the base from range like this, and then you will switch to the G28. So I will make my way down slowly here. Something else to keep in mind is, you're not always going to be lucky enough to be able to have a good perch like I do. It could be on a relatively flat terrain or surrounded by trees, and that's where the G28 really shines. I have actually I assaulted a wolf camp from inside the wolf camp, pretty much only using the G28. I used the TAC 50 to take out the generator from inside, but otherwise I was G28 all the way, just swapping between the different views on the scope. Okay, now, is his head poking out enough to hit it? We're going to try. There we go. So, oh, and that guy's going to come up to that spot, but, oh, no, he's not. All right. So now we can get up closer here and watch him. See, within 100 meters, really a TAC 50 with the T5XI, it's overkill and it's harder to manage. But a G28 with the dual range scope makes this no problem at all. And yeah, you have less damage, and body shots aren't going to kill on one shot, but that's okay. Not a big deal, because it doesn't take many shots, and you could easily switch it to burst fire. But didn't really need it this time. And so that's how you clear bases like this. And that's why the TAC 50 and the G28 make such a powerful combo. Or just having the G28. And of course, I always say it's my primary because anytime I load up the game, just for whatever reason, I want to make sure I have the G28 ready to, or if I'm getting out of the vehicle, I always have my G28 ready. Just because I want to, this is my close range, this is my oh shit weapon, typically. I want to be able to lay down fire as fast and easily as possible at close range. TAC 50 is not that, unless you've got super awesome twitch reflexes. I mean, yeah, a body shot will kill pretty much everybody, but you also got to work the bolt with every shot. So keep that in mind, Ghosts. My next video coming out will be actually talking about a different kind of loadout, where we talk about utilizing a different class. Instead of using the sharpshooter class, I'll talk about the viability of using the Panther class, which I have gotten to rank 3 or 4, just experimenting with it. And that is viable. It is a viable option. We'll talk about strengths and weaknesses on that. So, until next time, Ghosts, maybe I'll see you at Erewhon.